Welcome to the Hyborian Keep. I'm Old Man Hyborian. Here we review tales of Robert E. Howard's greatest character, Conan the Barbarian. Today we'll be reviewing Heroic Signatures in Titan Comics, Conan the Barbarian issue number 32. This won't be some fluffy review, it'll be an old man's honest opinion. And just as a heads up, there will be spoilers. So I don't want you to go crying to your mummy if I say something that spoils it for you. If you don't want the spoilers, go to the summary at the end. And if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. And with that, let's get after it. So here we have Heroic Signatures in Titan Comics, Conan the Barbarian, issue number 32. Cover by Nick Percival. Pretty cool looking cover. Very savage. Gives you a sense that there's a lot of movement. That there's like a storm of sand and skeletons all over Conan. So yeah, I'm kind of digging that cover for sure. Inside cover has a bunch of the Conan novels that's on the market. Then we have the credits for Heroic Signatures in Titan Comics. We have the map of the Hyborian Age. The story picks up shortly after the battle with the Son of the Tooth, and Conan, he's kind of licking his wounds there. And that girl that he saved is nursing him back to health. So he's slowly getting better. He's getting some offers for jobs, but he's kind of understanding that it's time for him to move on. And then all of a sudden this mysterious woman shows up, calling out Conan by name. So the story's called A Sacred Task by Jim Zub, art by Doug Braithwaite, and colors by Diego Rodriguez. So Doug's art, still pretty solid. Enjoyed the art, coloring was good. So this is a standalone story, and Conan is kind of asking this woman what she wants, and she's basically wanting him as a bodyguard to help her get back to her village that is on the edge of the eastern desert. So Conan, he agrees to the task. She wants to leave right away, so they mount up and they take off. They encounter a pack of hyenas. Conan has to kind of battle them. They chomp on the woman's horse. So the conflict is ruthless and savage. So at the end of the day, Conan either kills or chases off the hyenas. But now they're without horses. Roya's horse got killed and Conan's horse ran off. So they have to continue the trek on foot. So it's a difficult journey. Conan's rather impressed that she can endure the heat and the travel with eating very little. So they get close to the village. And there's this ancient battlefield that they have to cross. And Conan's asking her if these were her ancestors. And she indicates that they're trapped in an endless conflict with the snake worshippers. So it's kind of setting up there that Set is involved here. So as they're passing through, Conan, he gets a sense that they're not alone. And then all of a sudden, all these skeletons, they burst out of the ground. And there's a mega battle going on there. Conan just keeps on slashing until he defeats all of the skeletons. So Conan, he's pretty well spent after that, but he got the job done. Well, she says, "You are all that was promised and more." And Conan, he's kind of under promise. Promised by who? Like, you know, what's this woman talking about? Roya, she doesn't answer. There's a little bit of a spelling error there. It says Roya, but her name's Roya. And they come to this ancient ruin. They go inside, and Roya, she has this spear thing that she's been carrying. And she gives this great big spiel about the primal gods that she worshipped and how they fought the scions of the great serpent and they lost. They lost everything, and now that she can basically return to her people, so the urn that she was carrying must have been carrying her soul or something. And her last words to Conan was that when his battles come to an end, that she'll lead his spirit to his final resting space. So it finishes up with Conan walking out of the ruin, and it's basically saying a grand reward indeed for a warrior who ever wanders. So it was a pretty cool standalone story, though I just feel like I'm missing something here that I'm not quite sure how this kind of ties into Conan. I'm sure there's some kind of a hint there somewhere that kind of links this to the overall Set story, but I just can't seem to get a handle on it. But overall, didn't mind the story. It was kind of cool to have a one-shot story that didn't really link to anything else, that it was just standalone, so I did enjoy that. Next page is the miniseries Conan and Drag Nero. I've reviewed the first couple of issues on that. It's starting to grow on me, not too bad. Then we have part 32 of short stories by Jeffrey Shanks, The Ghosts of Robert E. Howard. It's a pretty interesting read. Then there's an advertisement for next issue. We have the covers gallery. Doug Braithwaite's cover wasn't too bad. Cover C there, I'm not really digging that one. Rear cover, some Conan merchandise. So overall, I enjoyed this kind of one-shot deal. Still kind of bugs me that I'm missing something with it, but overall the story was pretty decent. It was just a short little Conan tale, which is a nice break sometimes, just to have these standalone ones. Kind of breaks away from the normal flow of things. So overall, pretty decent. Well, there you have it. Another good solid issue of Conan the Barbarian from Heroic Signatures and Titan Comics. The cover by Nick Percival, good cover. Lots of action to it. Movement. It was savage. Really liked it. And Jim Zub's standalone story, that was a welcome treat. I did enjoy it. And Doug Braithwaite's art, top notch for Doug. He's doing very well with the artwork. And the coloring by Diego Rodriguez, excellent covering. Not one thing wrong with this issue. Buy it, read it, and enjoy it. And with that, I bid you farewell.